Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Laura and welcome to my office. In this video, I will be telling you guys all about my opinion of episodes 6 to 11 or 6 to 12, I believe, of Love is Blind season 4. So without further ado, sit back, relax, like, subscribe, and let me take you for a ride. So in my previous Love is Blind videos where I react to each episode or whatever, I was like kind of going along with the storyline and making notes, but I just figured I'll just take each couple and talk about them individually and then add some things if I need to throughout the story. Because honestly, that's just what we're here for. We're here for the tea on what people act like, their weird ways of living, and yeah. Here we go. We're gonna like go kind of like most boring. I don't want to say boring because it just means least toxic couple to most toxic. So that's what we're gonna do. But we're gonna start off with Brett and Tiffany. We love Brett and Tiffany. They are like the Alexa and Brennan, the Lauren and Cameron of the season 1, like least toxic, most compatible, just meant for each other couple. Stop! No. That's them. Brett, great guy. He comes from nothing and worked his way up to something, and oh my gosh, my dog is going to literally, I'm gonna have to kick him out. I'm so sorry. Go get the toy. Go get it. Where was I? Least toxic. Yeah, we love them. I mean, besides a wedding being super stressful, and you know, Tiffany's stressed out about all that, and like behind the scenes, you probably have to call like 50 of your family members and say, hey, I'm getting married in a week, or however long they have to tell them. Can you come? And a bunch of people are gonna be like, what are you doing? You know, stressing you out. Just thinking about that is like stressful, because I know a bunch of my family members would be like, I'm not going. This sounds like a joke. And I'm not wasting my time and money to, you know, fly over there. So when it comes to Brett and Tiffany, I mean, I don't see why they would say no to each other. I see them saying yes at the end of the day. But you never know with Love is Blind. This is also going to be like my opinion on what people are going to say yes or no, even though the only one person we know that has said yes is Chelsea, because they've shown half of Chelsea and Kwame's wedding. But yeah, I'll get to that in a sec. So now we're on to Zach and Bliss. And in the beginning, I think of episode 6, Irina was talking about something like, I can't quite remember what it was, but it was like something along the lines like, if Zach takes her back or something like that. And like, girl, I don't think he'd take you back in a million years. Even though he doesn't deserve Bliss either, because she was second best for him, even though they like agreed on so many things. Just like, now that I'm remembering that they mentioned it in these last couple episodes, like, you guys wanted to have like the same song in your wedding, which is a coincidence. And then she had a dream that an owl came to her or something like that, and your favorite animal is an owl, and you had an owl that you were wearing that day. Like, all of that, nothing like that happened with Irina. So why in your head would you pick Irina? Like, it just makes me think he's a bad lawyer, because how is your judgment that bad? But anyway, I think that Bliss's family is gonna have a very hard time accepting him, especially his dad, because I don't know if you guys saw the show. I mean, I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, I'm spoiling everything, so you've watched the show. But the way that man did not, he was a savage. Okay, I'm gonna give it to Bliss's dad about the savagery that went on during that scene where they were at dinner, and she was like, I know what I'm doing, and he was like, girl, I don't like it, and I don't care what you think, I don't approve. Like, straight up to her face. And yeah, that was very uncomfortable, and I was alone in my living room watching it, and I was uncomfortable. So imagine being her. Cringe. But that's gonna be a really big problem. I think if anyone says no the day of the wedding, it's gonna be Bliss, and it might be because of the opinions of her family, but at the same time, it's not too bad of an idea, because I don't know, like, to me, something's not all right in Zach's head. Like, there's something about the dude. I don't know. Just rubs me the wrong way. Not like in a terrible way, but like not in a great way, if that makes sense. But yeah, okay, moving right along. I'm trying to make this a quick little update video. Okay, Micah and Paul. I think Micah and Paul are a cute couple. Paul's just like a simple dude living life, and Micah is also simple, but she, you know, is a little on the bougier, simple things side. Like, you know, she takes care of herself, does her lashes. You could tell she does her nails. Like, you know, she don't miss an appointment type of girly. Like, her roots are dyed, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like she's really giving this experiment and experience a try. And, you know, she really does like him, but I feel like in her head, she kind of thinks like, this is not exactly what I dreamed of. Like, she wants what she dreamed of, because that's exactly what's not coming out of Micah's mouth is coming out of her friend's mouth. Like, her friend saying he's a great guy, amazing person, but it's just not the guy for her, you know? It's like when you're dating that toxic guy in like high school, or like, you know, when you're young and your family's like totally against him and you can't understand why your family's against him, and then you completely see why your family doesn't like him. Well, yeah, it's like that, but not in a bad way, not in the Paul's a bad person kind of way, but in a Paul's deserves a girl that's also kind of like a hippie kind of way. And Micah deserves someone that might, you know, maybe like spoil her, or I don't know exactly. I can't like pin it. What exactly is it that her friend wants for her that's not, that Paul doesn't have? But it's something. Maybe it's like someone, I don't know, like I can't explain it. I can't explain it. Maybe like someone like more like manly looking and like aggressive in like a relationship kind of way. I don't know. Not sure. But Paul, oh my gosh, Paul, I love you. You seem like such a great guy, and you deserve the world, okay? And if you want Micah, you deserve Micah. And Micah deserves you. But it's just like, I don't know. You know when you know in love, when especially if you're a seasoned Love is Blind watcher, like, you know these things. You always think at the, like, that they're gonna say yes at the end of the altar. And half of them say no. And you're shook by a lot of it. Hello, SK last season. Which, F you, man. He looked like such a little angel on the show, and then lo and behold, come to find out, he the worst. Okay, so that's my bit on Paul and Micah. We're moving on. By the way, if you guys are still watching at this point, remember to click on that subscribe button. Por favor, thank you. Moving on to Miss Jacqueline and Marshall. Okay, I think I said this in the last video, but there was something off about Marshall. And it's not that there's something off about him. See, because I was talking to my cousin, who also watches and comments on my videos. Love you, Rosa. And she was like, I don't think there's something off about Marshall. Like, he seems like normal. But what I guess that I thought was off about him was exactly what Jackie doesn't like about him. And I guess it's not something that's off with him. I just maybe felt like he was like kind of like too, I don't want to say sentimental, because like guys can be sentimental or like in their feelings, or like soft. I think that's the word, soft. Like, yeah, you want a guy that's soft and that's able to express his feelings, but there's a lot of women, to each their own, that prefer a man that's more assertive and, you know, more dominant, I guess you would say. Because y'all see my husband with his 5'5" self, but he's aggressive and dominant, okay? And it's just what I like. I mean, like, every person has their preference, but no one wants a crying baby that has a lot of feelings. No offense. Sorry. But yeah, Jackie's looking real bad, real bad at this, in this show, because girl, I kind of like figured she was having that problem with him, because she said like, you don't initiate sex or whatever, and like just like things that she wanted him to do that he wasn't like, you know. So the show shows like her going on a date with, what's his name, Josh, which is the other one that she was kind of choosing between on the pods, in the pods. And I went on her Instagram and I saw that she wrote that the show like made the date before she broke up with Marshall, but really she broke up with Marshall and then went on the date with Josh. But that's production. Those are the producers. That's how they make the show interesting. That's how the show keeps running. And keep it running, Netflix. Thanks. She just looks really, really bad because I don't think she did it the right way. Like, I think she tried a little bit to like him when she saw him and like on the honeymoon and all that stuff, but it kind of bit her in the butt because she didn't end up liking her. So now she looks like liking him. So now she looks like a total a-hole on camera, breaking up with him and doing all these weird things. And I mean, it's a lot of stress and a lot of behind the scenes things that we don't see, but I kind of like, I think she looks terrible on camera and like doing all this stuff and the way that she talks to him and like the I don't give a F attitude that she has. But at the same time, like, I can't blame her because I'd rather her not to like put him through that pain of walking down the aisle and having to say no in front of his face. Like, much rather you break up with him and just tell him, hey, I don't like you. You're not the man that I'm looking for. Bye. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. That's the tea on that. Like, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Is she okay for doing what she did and breaking it off with him and telling him that she needs like a more aggressive man? Or was that not okay? Like, I don't know. Let me know. But I hope Marshall finds a girl because he really is a good guy. But I mean, in my opinion, I just like wouldn't date someone like him because he is too like mushy for me. But yeah, good thing I don't have to date anymore. Okay, and then last but not least, here we go. Kwame and Chelsea. I can't stand them. This is my opinion on them. I think Chelsea is like just like a little bit like this much delusional about like how infatuated both of them are to each other. Like, I mean, 100% she's infatuated with him, but she from the get never second guessed like ever that he was not infatuated with her, and he's not infatuated with you, girl. It did, episode 11 or 12, I can't remember which one is the last one, did leave off on a cliffhanger where it was their wedding and she said yes, and then it was like, okay, Kwame, do you take her to be your wife? And it was like cliffhanger. I think he's gonna say no, and I want to put this video out before the next couple episodes come out in the live reunion. I don't know, it just, even like the scenes where he's like talking to his sister right before they walk down the aisle, like this where he's like in his hotel room or, you know, wherever they get ready for the wedding. Not convincing, bro. Not convincing. But watching her walk down the aisle, his vows to her, all that stuff, it could change someone's mind because, you know, according to Netflix and according to everybody that's been on the show that's gotten interviewed, you actually do decide while you're walking down the aisle, and a lot of people are like at a crossroads, like while they're like, you know, saying their vows and everything, and they don't know what they're gonna say until literally the second that they say it. I do believe that Kwame loves her. I'm sure that if he says no, he's gonna still try to pursue a relationship with her after the show ends, even though she'll probably be mad for a little bit, and then he'll try to like, you know, fix things with her. He didn't convince me. He didn't convince me. And she's like so in love with him. The only thing that I find like a little bit like not toxic about her, but like, yeah, like he'll bring up while they're like filming like the things that she does, and like she sounds like a little passive aggressive, and then he's passive aggressive about it, like when she wasn't having a good morning and he said, how are you feeling? And she was like, how do you think that I'm feeling? You pride yourself on being an adult and a communicative person, but at the end of the day, that's not communication. That's kind of like passive aggressiveness and not getting anywhere when it comes to an argument or a discussion that you need to have with your fiance. What do you guys think? I don't know. I also like, so I don't know how I feel about Chelsea either, because I like her. I really do. Like, homegirl is with it, okay? Like, she seems like she would be a blast to have as a friend, and just she really is genuine. Like, you can tell like she'd be like that girl, like she'd be like that one friend that tells you how it is, like what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. But at the same time, I think she's just like so infatuated with Kwame that she's like kind of like blinded by anything going not her way. I'm not saying not her way, but she's blinded by, like, if he says no, it's gonna be like a punch in the face to her for sure, 100%. And I mean, it sucks because if she really is like so about it how she is on camera, I mean, she was about it on camera. She was like, I'm gonna say yes, like I'm gonna say yes, and he's gonna say yes, like that's it, point blank, period. If he says no, girl, I'll cry for you, girl. I will cry for you because this man's did a splendid job at leading you on. Because I applaud the job, the act, if he says no, because, or just like, even like, I don't know if you guys were like watching his body language during the scenes and stuff, like where she would be like, I'm like so in love with you, or like, I love you so much, or whatever. And he'll be like, like, it's just like his smile wasn't genuine. I don't know if you guys caught that or it was just me, but yeah. Let me go through my notes one last time and see if there's something that I'm missing that I wanted to like say about everything. I literally have in my notes when Jackie was talking about their sex life on camera, mouth wide open. And then I put Giannina vibes. Remember season 1 when Giannina was saying that it was like vanilla, you know what I'm saying? I also put Bliss's mom had me drowning in tears, literally, when she met Zach and told him, what was it that she said? Like, he said that his mom like passed away or whatever, and she's like, well, if she marries you, then I'll be your mom too. Because Zach is a good guy at the end of the day. He's just weird, you know what I'm saying? Mysterious, weird, you know? Everyone deserves to be loved and, you know, have a mom and have that relationship with someone. I honestly don't even feel like talking about Irina. I have it in my notes, but like, I'm just glad that Micah put her foot down, because the audacity of someone to tell me that my fiance is cute and that they like them right after our honeymoons is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Or not honeymoons, I should say. Wow, I've been saying honeymoons this whole time. Their getaway, I should say, after they meet each other. But yeah. Okay, I don't really have anything else to say that I can think of. I just love chatting it up about this show with anybody and anyone who would listen about it. And hey, if you're here and you stuck around this long, you're a trooper, really are. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? Subscribe. If you like this video, give it a like. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!